Hi, and welcome to the DMV, now serving B31 at window number 2.
God, the California DMV is, I'm going to say it in a short, mild adjective of the California DMV. I'm good in the screen, right?
Yes.
Not only is the California DMV faulty, but it is also full of. It's like the workers there, it's like they just don't care.
They do.
Like that
They do. You're wrong.
No, I think when you're a DMV,
They care enough to be there.
I think when you're a DMV worker, they hire people that are just complete assholes, Meryl. Like that is what takes to be a DMV employee. You have to be the meanest asshole on the planet. I have yet to meet a decent DMV worker.
Now serving your next Symptoms of Reality podcast.
If you look at them, they don't want to be there.
They don't.
They're filing their nails.
But why did they wait? Hang on.
Welcome.
Welcome back to the podcast.
Yeah.
Okay.
But things could have changed, though. I haven't been to the DMV in some odd number of years.
Here's what gets me.
Yeah.
Why do they use that voice, that common collective DMV voice, when they know?
That's because they know people are at their breaking point. They're like, okay, how do we not get this crowd to just completely erupt into violence while they're waiting for their number?
Right. I know. Let's put this lady on.
Yeah.
The most monotone lady we could find.
Yeah.
Has no emotions. We'll sit her in the back, and all she'll do is just read off a piece of paper.
I always thought it was like an AI.
It is AI, right?
Is it?
Well,
Yeah.
How do we know?
Well, then how can I do it so well?
Right.
I can alter my voice
They just
using one of them machines over there.
Right.
How do we know?
You know what? So you're saying that the DMV would have an employee somewhere behind some door, and her only job
Is to look at the camera and go,
but the voice is universal throughout all
Now
the DMVs.
serving
Yeah. It's automated.
B38
okay.
at window number
There's nothing
2.
like getting, okay, so you're there and you see B38,
Yeah.
and when your ass get there, you at like H52. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, no. When you get there, it's like 9:05 and you're W86.
Yeah.
You're like, it's
yeah.
9:05.
I recall
What happened?
waiting at a DMV
Yeah.
for, I want to say, every bit of 6 hours one time. And that was just to get driver's license and add a trailer to my, I guess to my registration or something. I don't know, but it took forever.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to recall, don't ever bring that up again, Marilyn.
Yeah.
That is not a fun place to go back to in the distant past.
So you guys never went to the DMV in Van Nuys area in California.
Oh, I can imagine.
No.
That was a nightmare.
So you literally, if that was your only option to go to the DMV was in Van Nuys.
Right.
So they opened up, I believe it was like 9 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
You literally, and I, with everything, I am not lying.
Mm-hmm.
You had, if you wanted to get a decent ticket,
Mm-hmm.
you know, the A, B, whatever, you literally had to get in line outside at 6 in the morning.
Damn.
If you went at 8 o'clock in
I
the
remember
morning,
that.
do you
Right.
remember?
They had one in
Yes.
Torrance like that.
Right.
If you got there at 8 a.m., you might as well just forget it.
Yeah. Just cancel your whole day.
Just can't. The line was already like a mile long.
People camp out to get a good ticket at the DMV.
Yes,
They do.
especially if you have to go to the one on Van Nuys.
Yeah. I used to like having the appointments though.
Well, you thought you were doing good. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
it
Those never worked.
Yeah. You thought you were doing
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
It may have cut it like a quarter of the time.
Although they did have an expedite lane when we were in the EMS world.
Oh, because of the first
Yeah.
responder. Yeah. So
Oh.
instead of waiting 6
Yeah.
hours,
That
you
one in
waited,
Redondo in Long Beach.
That's
off
true.
of Redondo in
Yeah.
Long Beach.
You
Yeah.
waited 5 hours and 45 minutes
Yeah.
with an appointment.
And then you come to these little Midwest towns, and it's called the BMV here.
Right.
And I'll go in, and I'll be done in 20 minutes.
Well, and it's so funny because then the people who are helping you, or
They're
the
actually
people
humans.
well, yeah, and they're super nice, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry for the wait," and there was like 2 people in front of you.
Right.
We always laugh. We're
Yeah.
like, "You guys don't understand."
They have no
Right.
clue.
What
It's a
waiting is.
pleasurable experience to do it here.
Yeah.
But I hear people gripe, you
What?
know, like it took me 30 minutes to get through that.
But you imagine how strong of an employee you have to be in a California DMV, and you've known people to sit and wait for 6 hours before they even get to your window. Imagine the person you would have to be to deal with that energy.
Right.
Yeah.
That sometimes it may be negative, and sometimes it just may be an all-out shit show.
Yeah.
Right.
To be able to just collect yourself, I would have the most. I would be the customer service freaking master there.
Yeah.
Well, you would have to be.
You would have no choice but to be.
Yeah. Because everybody
But
thinks
there's a lot of windows you'll get to, and then
everybody thinks it's your fault.
they'll
too.
have the same attitude you have.
Yeah, because they think it's your fault. You
Yeah.
get there as the customer, you're like, it's your fault. I've been here
Right.
for 6 hours.
Right.
And they have to project that the other way and go, I'm just trying to help as many people as possible as quickly as possible.
That you know of.
Yeah.
There's always people that show up and clock in to work,
And don't want to work.
and they just want to do the bare minimum.
Yeah.
If I could just help 5 people today, we close it this time, I'll drag it out. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know.
Well, everybody does that. It's called milking the clock, sir. Marilyn, can you milk the clock in your profession?
Oh no.
No, you can. You have to pay people on time.
Right.
You can't milk that.
And I have to, okay, I'm not going to lie. I almost told a lie. I have milked the clock a couple of 2, 3 times.
But damn right you have.
But I love the job.
Yeah.
It's a big difference.
Nothing wrong with that.
Some people just burned out and don't like the job and milk the clock.
There's
Right.
certain professions where you don't want that professional milking the clock. Oh, I don't know, a heart surgeon.
You know what? That kind of reminds me of a person.
Depends on what wife is at home, Marilyn. I mean,
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Well, goddamn.
crazy world out there.
It is a
Haven't you
crazy-
heard?
It reminds me of a person who wears a hat that doesn't match. You ever see people go out and they wear these hats that don't match? You're like, that hat doesn't match.
Yeah.
And it's the same for their job.
Right.
Your hat does not match your job.
I like where you're going there.
You see what I'm saying?
See, we can ask this guy a lot of questions. We can't ask a lot of questions
Why not?
because you like to get smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't like when you get smart.
Okay.
It challenges him.
Yes, it does. Am I, what'd y'all call it? The hamster or the guinea pig?
you're a
Your
hamster.
hamster.
It's running a marathon already.
And it's already exhausted.
No, it's running.
Like Trissell. Trissell's hat does not match his profession. I don't see Trissell as a restaurant owner. He's like, if I met him, I'd be like, this dude goes to a lot of discos, and he owns like a BMW, like a BMW lot. He just owns that. You know what I mean? Like he has a dealership.
I don't know if he's owner. I think he's manager or something, right?
Trissell?
Yeah.
No, I believe he's part owner.
I think he's part owner.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, his hat does not match.
No. That is a lovely character, Trissell.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to get him on the podcast.
Yeah. I don't think we'll ever convince him to get on the podcast. He has some great stories to tell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially one where he met Paul Mooney. That'd be interesting.
Or just hearing about his whole thing in New York,
Yeah.
Just to witness some of that history.
Hey, real quick.
It's never real quick.
No, it's not.
I got a pet peeve.
Go ahead. What is it?
I saw a dude. He was wearing a Hurley hat, but he had an O'Neill shirt and he had like some Fox shorts. I don't know what's going on. All right. But when I think of when you wear your ball cap, the shit's got to coordinate.
Right.
Is it just me? But does your hat have to match your outfit?
Yeah. It's a must. Like that's go ahead.
I have a plethora of hats hanging up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And each one it's going to match something.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you have a problem with people out there walking around with hats that don't match?
No, I don't. I look past it.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
He lies.
It's like somebody wearing a shirt that don't match the pants.
Meryl,
It sticks out.
If somebody else is wearing a different color hat and it don't match what they're wearing, it don't affect me.
No, he's saying like if it's Hurley and like O'Neill or
It doesn't. It doesn't affect me like that. Now, if you're asking what I walk out of the house, I'll make sure my hat matches at least my T-shirt.
Right. Yeah, you want to coordinate,
or
man.
my shoes, depending on what hat and what I'm wearing.
Right.
Yeah.
But I will never go out with headwear that just don't look right.
Right. Neon hat
Yeah.
with like,
Yeah. But if somebody else is doing it, I'm like, oh, that's you. I don't care.
Yeah.
You know, I just don't. It doesn't pull my goat like it pulls yours.
Maybe because I'm a hat guy.
Yeah.
Maybe because I like hats.
He's a hat guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, what was it, Drove? He was a shoe guy.
Oh yeah.
All the
yeah,
guy
yeah.
did was
Yeah.
look at your
Big
feet and go,
shoe
Yeah.
guy,
yeah.
Yeah.
He just look at your feet and go, it's not happening. Yeah.
You know, I made it a point when I went to that barbershop to wear the appropriate footwear.
Yeah.
I felt like when you go to a barbershop, if you're not in your fine duds, my sir, you are just setting yourself up for ridicule.
You're in trouble.
Yeah. They're going to judge you instantly. And I was right.
Yeah, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
I mean, but those are passions.
Yeah.
Those are passions.
Well, it's like certain people who don't like they have to coordinate their brands. So like
Yeah.
you can't be wearing a Nike
Right.
T-shirt with Reebok shoes.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you wear off brands while riding the dirt bike then? Some Troy Lee design pants and like a Alpine Star shirt.
I think that's where you can get away with it because
Yes.
it's just gear and
Yeah.
everybody has the same shit.
Yeah.
With that, it's just crazy. Now, do y'all hear what y'all saying?
I'm thinking
I
things
agree
like,
with that.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
thinking things like out of the norm, like a doctor going to go do surgery on a patient wearing tactical pants, 511s, and a
Yeah.
long sleeve hurl.
Yeah.
It don't match. You know what I'm saying? You just can't.
I mean,
But
technically, that
I
sounds
respect
great.
It sounds lovely.
What do you mean?
Wear some like
Yeah,
decorative Vans that they like sculpted, customized, and
Right.
I was like, I want that person operating on me.
Yeah.
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 Well, I think of the dirt bike roll makes sense because like you guys, you're over 6 feet tall. So you can't find jerseys that are going to fit
Readily available.
properly. Right.
Right.
So you're going to have to mismatch at some point in time.
Yeah.
Whereas for me, being 5 feet barely, I'm okay. I can match.
You can put on. See, when you go shopping, Maryland, I just think you have the luxury of being short. You have it in the best of both worlds. You can shop in the youth section,
Yeah.
and you can shop in the small girl section,
Yes.
And then get a hell of a discount.
and a hell of a
Yes.
discount. Like
Yeah.
shoes are like so much cheaper.
Yeah. Well, I know I was trying to convince you to give me
Cole's
Cole's-
snow boots.
his Sorels.
Yeah.
They fit perfect.
God bless.
That's crazy.
And that was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could walk into any store and find something.
Oh,
that
find
fits.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Versus this Goliath over here and I.
Oh yeah. No, you guys
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah.
Everything has to be ordered.
Everything online.
Although
Yeah.
there is 3 name brands I can trust as a tall guy. Hurley.
Yeah.
Who's that rodeo rider?
Cody James.
Cody James from Boot Barn.
Yeah.
And the Buckle
They had a buckle.
for like my jeans and stuff
Yeah.
like that because they always have them.
You know what? I blame why we can't find clothes for us. You know what I blame?
Genetics.
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh, sorry.
I blame the Infonet. I
Oh.
blame all these goddamn stores you can buy online now. Because when we were kids, you could go to any store and they would have a goddamn size 14.
Yeah, they would.
Because
It's true.
Because you predominantly got your clothes from convenience stores.
Right.
What is it? Is it a convenience store?
No.
or Retail stores.
Retail stores. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
You're right. I can't find a pair of shoes to fit me just by going out and
We found them when we were younger.
just by going out in the wild. I know if I pull into any store, let's just say Skechers, they'll have
Right.
a size 13, but it won't go above that.
Yeah.
Did he say going out in the wild?
Yeah.
He's gonna find a Skechers
Well,
store.
that's what it is now. It's the
Yeah.
wild.
It's the wild outside. Haven't you been getting any of the world's memos?
No, I try not to.
It's the great wilds. You
Yeah.
don't know what could happen to you,
You
out
don't.
there. It's like a
You don't.
adventure.
It's some serious business. I wondered this. and I never brought it up, and I don't know why I thought about this just now.
What?
But you guys know.
Spit it out.
Oh,
Go
no.
on.
I
Spit
do
it
all
out.
the thoughting. So
Here we go.
I've always wondered if we could handle mentally and physically going to Burning Man.
Ooh.
That would be fun.
Because Unit E went,
Yeah.
and he got his experience, and
Right.
boy, did he get an
Yeah,
experience!
he got a great experience.
He just went to the 2023 Burning Man.
I think his only problem was the work it took to keep his camp going outweighed some of the enjoyment of Burning Man. I think if things had been a little bit been simpler, he would have enjoyed himself more.
We need to get him on the podcast so he can tell us.
And in
about
fact,
his
he actually said
experience.
that. You know, he was just like,
Yeah.
the chores were a little bit steep, but it was still a great time.
Right.
But he would have had a better time if he had just went just your standard,
Your standard
average,
way.
Yeah, go see your concerter guy.
What do you think? You think we can mentally and physically handle Burning
I
Man?
think so.
I think you just
Yeah.
have to match the
Yeah.
energy there, and a lot of the energy there is probably going to be under some sort of let's just say extracurricular mind influences.
Yeah. For sure.
I'm not saying go there and just take a ton of acid and mushrooms and go, welcome to the party.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just saying you're going to have to expect the unexpected, and you're going to have to match the energy.
I think it would totally be fun. You know which one
Man.
I would love to go? You were watching a YouTube on it the other day.
Huh.
The Mad Max one.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, they have a
Yeah.
Mad Max
Yeah.
burning?
Yeah, they have
Yes.
it's like
That-
the wastelands or
Oh
something.
my
My
God, that
It's-
would be the most.
God, Lamar.
It's beautiful.
It was-
It's beautiful.
I would totally, yeah, I would
I
totally
would have
go
to
that.
find
Yeah.
me a small person, right? That's what you call them, politically correct, small person.
I
would,
don't know.
I
A
would
little
put-
fella.
A little fella. I would put him on my shoulders.
Oh,
dress
so
him
you can be
master and
the
the
blaster.
blaster.
I will dress
Yeah.
him in leather.
Yeah.
And I want him to look down and just talk shit to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go laugh, big
Wait.
guy.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
And every now and then come unglued and start to just pummel you a little
A
bit.
little bit.
Hold on, Lamar. I can just go on your shoulders. and
Yeah,
do that.
sure.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of, you could. I mean, you are short enough.
You know what I would do if we do go to Burning Man? I think we should take a piece of us with us. Maybe not the music, but what if we get
we're taking the music.
a low boy trailer,
Right.
put a almost like an A-frame around it with a couple of trusses to hang lights and stuff on, get a low boy trailer, and then we put our podcast right on the trailer, and then we just coast around the entire Burning Man
And do just random.
and just get random people to hop on a low boy,
It sounds great,
and you got the Burning Man in the background.
it does sound great.
but it sounds
Right?
super fucking expensive too.
It does. Yes.
Really? Really? I mean, we
I
could just
know.
hook
I
it
mean,
up to the truck. You
yeah.
know, it's diesel. We could run a few hours with gas.
I guess you can rent a trailer.
Yeah. I'm talking like a little 12-foot, maybe 14-foot low boy.
I mean, if you don't dream big, you live small.
Right.
And they're out there in the desert doing
Bigger things than that.
fantastic things.
Yeah, they're doing the sculptures and the.
Yeah, we just can't show up
I
empty-handed.
think one dude built an actual pirate ship.
Brian showed me pictures. They built this temple where you go and you release all of your negative energy, or if you lost a loved one,
Right.
you go in this huge temple. Maybe we can ask Brian permission for that picture.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And you go in there and release, and he was like, man, it was like as soon as you walked in there, you just felt the negative energy just being pulled from people and rising to the top of this temple like monument they built.
Right.
And it had this long, pointy, almost like an antenna would look, and it's just projecting all the negativity up in the air. And he was just like, people were in there just getting their affairs right mentally.
It's just different. It's a different concept here,
Right.
and here's what I'm more fascinated by. Like, I think the town is very small itself, but wasn't it like over 700,000 people, or some crazy number? Right?
Brian
Ooh, I don't know if
told
it
me
was
the number.
700,000.
No,
75,000 or something.
Maybe it was
maybe.
75,000.
Yeah.
Maybe I overshot it, but the fact that many people would show up to the middle of a desert,
Right.
to search out, like this big musical just festival.
Right.
That just says a lot.
And it's what are you searching for when you go there?
I think just a good time release to get away from it all.
Right.
Yeah, it was 73,000 people.
73,000. That's a lot of people,
That's a lot of people in one spot.
That's a little city.
Yeah. And, I mean, and I don't want to know what everyone is going for when we do go. Just a couple of people.
Right.
But I want to do the podcast idea and then just go get lost.
Yeah, just interview people.
Not even that. Just mentally go with whatever this thing is.
What it is.
For our first time.
I can tell you what, no one's going there for a bad time.
Yeah, I mean, I'll let Brian speak on that.
Yeah.
Because he actually went. So
right. But no one's going to go there to go,
right.
I'm going to have a bad time here.
I don't know, man.
Well, who would do that?
I don't know.
I'm not saying it's out there, but the chances of someone doing that, it's very, very rare.
Yeah. I hope you don't.
I don't go to Disneyland and you be like, you know what? I fucking hate this place. I'm just going to go over here and get on all these rides and just put on this somber face of just like, why am I here?
Maybe somebody's going and then when they get there, they're having a bad time, maybe because they've either done some substance or,
right.
substance.
But they're there for a great time. We can at least agree on that. Don't get crazy on it.
Right.
I don't want to overthink this.
And I don't want to take that mentality and that mindset you have here dealing with the wild, and take that to Burning Man.
Yeah.
All the negativities of the world.
You don't want to do
It's
that.
going to be hard to let that go just to experience that.
Right. Well, a lot of people go out there and it's still attached to them, their problems.
Yeah.
But they look for different ways to, let it go.
Paranoia.
Yeah.
What's going to happen? Is there anything going to happen? Or yeah.
Didn't one person die at Burning Man?
One person did die.
Right. I don't know what the cause was, but I think a person dies every time.
Yeah, you sign a waiver.
Yeah, knowing that you could possibly die.
You could possibly die.
That's crazy. Well, and this year they had those crazy rains.
Yeah, that's true. It was all flooded.
It was flooded.
Could you imagine that waiver, though? You're going to have a great time if you choose it, but know this. You will die if you don't hydrate.
If we go, I'm going to stick my hand up. We're going to rent a damn RV or something.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, because I don't want to go there with. Man, that dust and that sand gets everywhere. The crack of your ass.
It would have to
RV
be,
would be.
It would have to be an RV.
We can't tent it up.
No.
No, there's no way.
There's no tenting. No. I mean, but they do it, and I get the experience. But a part of me is just like, I'm gonna need a decent shower after day one.
Yeah.
An RV, and we take one of our personal vehicles, so we can pull the flat boy, and not use the RV. You know what I'm saying? It would be a convoy, a short convoy.
That's going to take some time and planning, but I like where you're going with that.
Yeah,
it would be fun.
It would be fun. It'd be something different that was way out of our element.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we can at least say, you know what, we did that in life.
You imagine trying to podcast like we just pull a random person off and they're just high out of their fucking mind and we're trying to podcast them.
Yeah,
you imagine that shit show?
Yeah, but it would be interesting because it'll give people who's curious about the people and the nature of it. They'll be like, oh, so I can expect that.
Right.
Somebody who's like a mathematician is probably like, okay, they picked up 30 people, 9 out of the were doing this. Yeah. I'm gonna do the out of 75,000 people. Yeah. Chances are everybody's high out of their fucking mind.
I want the guy I want a guy to come out of nowhere and just be like, hey, fuck yeah. You made it.
You made it. Yeah. I don't know your name, but I love you.
Yeah, fuck, let's go. What are you doing? A podcast? Let's podcast.
Wouldn't it be absolutely crazy if we go and then some dude goes up to Lamont and says, I see you got your jewel.
Oh my God.
And your Merkaba.
Yeah,
I would lose my shit.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
I was like, no.
Both of you would look at me and be like, we're leaving.
Yeah. He just jumps on that trailer.
Hey guys, I see you got your jewel beetle and your Merkaba. Party on!
That'd be crazy. Maryland had be on right now.
I mean,
I'm like, it's him.
how would we know if it was the actual entity or
Oh, he would
somebody
know. He
or
would.
somebody who watched the podcast out of 73,000 people?
Right? Either way,
Yeah.
what
One
are
person
the
saw that one
chances?
podcast and went,
Yeah.
I said, you got your jewel beater on your murky bud. Hey.
It'd be stupid.
Yeah.
That would be kind of crazy.
I would
It would
kinda-
freak me out.
It would.
It would.
Yeah.
I'd be like, what the?
I would be curious to see what he looks like. It's probably like some red-headed, shaggy, curly-haired dude with a big beard. He's just like, hey, that was totally not my voice you guys did, but
Oh,
I
man.
see you listen, buddy.
Yeah.
Look, I just go to some random dude and be like, look, here's $50. You see that big, tall, black
Oh,
guy?
you would set us up.
Yeah.
She would totally,
Yeah.
and she'd be like, you guys are
See, and that's
gullible
not see,
idiots.
Meryl, and you're already setting in on a negative trip.
Yeah.
No, it's fun.
It's deception. It's deception at its finest.
The first thing I'm gonna do is try to get away from you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna be lost in your thoughts.
Yeah, you can't do that.
No.
I would much rather play music if I were to go.
Yeah, maybe
I
we
want
do
to play.
take.
I want to play music because it's a big part of
Yeah.
Burning Man.
We could probably fit it all on the low boy.
We probably could, like when it calms down at night. You know,
And we'll have somebody, we'll have Trayvon will drive us around
yeah.
the entire Burning Man. That would be amazing if you think about it.
I like it because people actually can't depend on their selves and their normal norm to get them to have a good time like that, to escape.
Right.
It has to be a place where you can escape the confines of your security, like the studio, the house.
Right.
And we always do that shit, like, or Disneyland, whatever it is. We can't do it here. I'm sure you can, but you need a break. Is that why we have vacations?
See, Meryl, you're starting to sound like me now, huh?
But why do we always need a vacation from the vacation?
Okay, why do we always need a vacation
Now we're going to get deep in vacation.
from the vacation?
Yeah.
Every
That's-
time you come back
very
from a
interesting.
vacation, everybody always says, I need a vacation
Yeah,
from the vacation.
from the vacation.
Well, then you must have done something wrong.
Well, definitely don't move and live in your vacation spot,
Right.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, if that's your getaway and you know it and you look forward to that.
I think a lot of
don't live
people
in it.
move to their vacation spot and then they don't have anywhere to go because
Yeah.
there's nothing more beautiful than where I'm at now. Everything else just looks plain
Right.
and boring.
Right.
I think when you do take a vacation, you're on to something, Meryl. Like, have you not done it to the fullest?
Yeah, it's saying that you're leaving something on the table where you look forward to this thing every year. And I get it. It's the rat race. You have to like provide and go to work and
Right.
do that. But
Maybe you're thinking it, maybe some people think about it, a vacation, as an annual thing they should do. Maybe you should do it a different way. Because we'll skip vacations, the annual vacation, and
Right.
save up for a bigger experience.
right.
I noticed with us,
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
Maybe
So-
and that experience, like instead of a vacation,
Yeah.
which is what we're doing now, we're getting dirt bikes because we know that can take us places
Right.
that no one else can get to on foot, and you get to see all these different sites.
Right.
And we can get that every weekend.
There's no
Yeah.
better feeling, and stop me if I'm wrong. There's no better feeling knowing you saved up for a huge vacation and you're anticipating on going on this for that entire buildup. You almost don't want to take
The vacation.
the vacation
Yeah.
because in my mind I always go, it's just going to end too fast.
Right.
You know,
Right.
what did I have more pleasure in? Did I have more pleasure in the anticipation?
Yeah, the excitement.
Or did I actually have more pleasure on the vacation
Right.
Right.
that ultimately ends too fucking fast?
It's
Yeah.
it's the journey up to it. I would say anybody would agree. So if we all plan a trip, like we're going to Hawaii in a year from now,
Right.
You know, we're like, man, this is gonna be great. I don't know what we're gonna do.
Right.
Just building up to it.
Yeah.
And then you actually like think about yourself getting on the plane, getting to the island. And as you're going through it, when you're actually on vacation there, it's just like, then you're like, oh, in 2 more days, it's over.
Right.
And you don't even enjoy the damn vacation.
Yeah. Is it hard for you to stay in the moment of the vacation when we're on it?
No. No, I enjoy it. I think towards the end of vacation, yeah, because you're like, oh, we got to start packing.
Right.
We got to start heading home. What do I have to do at home?
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
what's going to happen at work?
Instead of
Yeah.
enjoying the last few
Right.
moments,
Yeah.
Right.
you'll do that
And
to
I
yourself.
think everybody, when like you come back from vacation, when like when you hear people say, I need a vacation from the vacation, I think the reason why people normally say that is because when you're on vacation, you try to cram so much in when you're on vacation because you only have so much time, right?
Right.
So you're doing this, you're doing that, you're doing so many activities that you just do everything but relax.
Right.
Right.
The whole reason behind
I got this, Marilyn.
a vacation.
What she's saying is, God damn it.
Stay home.
Stay home.
Staycation.
Yes.
Not only stay home, but God damn it, make your vacations longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or make them worth it.
Yeah.
If we were to do Burning Man, how long would we consider that vacation to be? That would have to be like a month almost.
How long is
Well,
Burning
no,
Man?
Burning
No?
Man, you can only go as long as Burning Man is.
Yeah,
I know, but
It's
you have to
only
set up,
7
right?
days.
Right. 27 days?
No, 7. I think it's only
7?
7 or 10 days. I think it's
I think it's more than that.
So
10
that means
days?
that's the easy 2-week vacation.
Right.
You don't just get off work on Friday and go, oh, my 14 days start now. No. That would have to be
Right.
in advance like none other.
so it's a week long.
It's a week long.
Yeah, I kind of figured it's not that long. I think the people who like Brian, like they go and set up camps because they know
Right.
people are going to stay there. They go, I think, 2 days prior to when it actually opens. And then, they go in there and set camp and stuff like that.
Because
And
people
then-
are there building, I think,
Yes.
well ahead of time.
Yeah.
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 Yep. But the actual like Burning Man where, you go and you're the spectator,
Right.
it's for a week.
Mhm.
It's a week long.
You have all kinds of walks of life there too. Yep. Yep.
So each vacation you take, make it worth it, basically.
Yeah, extend it.
Yeah.
But it seems like it's all in the mind though, because if you were enjoying the build up and the journey, then your mindset puts you in that mood of relaxation, right? You're
Right.
excited. So you're not really worried about work because you're excited about your vacation.
Right.
So where was the vacation starting? Was it starting from the concept of vacation? Because obviously it changes your mood. It puts you in a
Right.
better mood to get excited to go to the vacation. So is it all just what you tell yourself?
Yeah, I mean, essentially,
It seems like that's better.
you could do that throughout your entire life.
You could.
It doesn't have to be a vacation.
So is the vacation actually doing it or is it all in the mind?
And I'm sorry, going to Vegas is never a vacation.
That's not a vacation. That is not.
That's just a poor decision.
Yeah, that's because anytime I would think
I
anybody
don't know
goes
if
to
it's
Vegas,
a poor decision.
You know what I
though.
mean,
You
though.
always
You know what
have
I mean,
so
though.
I would
much
like to
fun.
think if anybody is still going to Vegas now, they're just going because they've never been.
Right. Right.
I mean, we still go to Vegas and we
Yeah.
have
that's
fun.
true, but
Yeah.
we also
Or you're going to do shows and stuff
right,
like that.
Yeah.
right. You
At
also
least
know
for
the
us.
you also know the hidden gems and areas
Yes.
of Las Vegas
Right.
or
Yes.
Nevada.
Yeah.
There are those that live there and know that jungle.
Yeah.
And then there are those that show up and just go, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Las Vegas could be an easy poor decision.
Yeah.
Little vacation.
It could be overwhelming too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's so much. I think it's all geared to the age of the avatar.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you ask us 40-something-year-olds, we're like, we're going to go see a show and maybe do some blind eating or,
Yeah.
And never once step foot on the strip.
Right.
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 Never.
You ask a 23-year-old, we're going on the strip, Little
Yeah.
Caesars, we're going to party.
Yeah. We're gonna find every goddamn bar and raise hell.
You ask a 65-year-old, they over there at Whiskey Pete somewhere buying the $4.99 breakfast special.
Yeah.
Playing Pokino with a long-ass more red and some gin. Handing fucking kids quarters. Go play your fucking video games.
Yeah.
But isn't that what's
Yeah. Well, you want more fucking video games?
but isn't that what's great about Vegas though?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's all the generations.
Yeah.
Literally.
It is a generational thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, well, Vegas does have that attraction.
Yep.
It can easily accept all
Yep.
demographic.
Well, when Lamar and I were about maybe 11, maybe 13
He was
years
describing our grandmother. That's what she would do. She
God.
would
when we were
Yes.
about 13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My grandmother had.
But you have to use the appropriate accent when you tell
Yeah.
this story.
Okay.
Okay.
So it was like a Wisconsin
meets an Irish
meets
accent.
an Irish meets a California type
Nice Canadian.
nice Canadian accent. And so we would get home from school, and then my grandmother would ask my mother, "I'm gonna take the boys." Okay.
She had this real high pitched voice.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the boys with me to
Yeah.
Vegas.
Yeah.
And
Hey, Lamar, get your asses in the car.
this is to us, it was the weirdest fucking
Accent,
right? And then my mom would be like, "Oh, I don't know."
Yeah.
You know, we weren't really listening.
Yeah. At the time of like,
And we had our
said age.
And we had our best friend Scott Smith,
Right.
And, God bless Grandma. So she put us in that small white Chrysler.
Was it LeBaron?
That's a Chrysler,
Yeah,
right?
Chrysler LeBaron,
So,
Yeah.
And we'd hit the highway, but before we hit the highway, there was a routine that Grandma always did.
Oh, it was a fabulous routine.
It was that Gilby's Little Gin.
Yeah. Gilbert's.
Yeah. And she would take a couple of sips of that, slide it right on her door, fire up a long ass Moret cigarette, crack the window, and take off with one hand like a gangster.
Yeah.
And here's this old white lady.
Yeah. With bifocals.
Yeah. Just smashing down the highway.
Yeah,
Like
before we would get to the highway, she would stop at this little restaurant called Yellow Basket.
Yeah.
And then she would get everybody these
like
these Philly cheesesteak sandwiches or whatever the hell they were.
Yeah.
Hungry or not,
Yeah.
she'd be like,
"Eat these sandwiches, Lamar.
Eat these. Eat these, boys."
Yeah.
And then she would just take off like a bat out of hell.
Yeah. She always go, "Lamar."
Yeah.
Yeah. When he was doing stupid shit in the back seat of the car, she'd be like, "Lamar."
Yeah.
And then she'll crack the window and fire up another
A lung burner.
and we'll fly right past all of the look-see sites in the city of Baker.
Yeah.
We see the large thermometer.
She would say, I would like, "Yo, Grandma, that thermometer says it's 110. And she'd be like, "You know what that means?" And I'd be like, "What?" Just hot as hell outside. Shut the hell up and roll up the window. I was like, "Damn, Grandma."
Roll up the window, Lamar.
Yeah. Smoke was just like billowing back into our faces. Yeah. Everybody in the car had secondhand smoke all over them.
Man.
Like we got out of the car like it was like a Jamaican hot box, and like the white Jamaican grandmother would come out.
The first place she was stopped.
Whiskey Pete. No.
Whiskey Pete.
Yeah, Whiskey Pete.
Who had the Bonnie and Clyde?
Whiskey Pete.
Whiskey Pete.
She would give us a big bucket of quarters.
No, not yet. She wouldn't spoil the fun away, or she wouldn't let you know you're going to have fun right away.
Yeah.
She was like, "Come on, we're going to go in here. We're going to sit and have a breakfast." Now, mind you, it's 6 p.m. at night almost, right?
Yeah.
And we're like, "All right, yeah, this is where I like to eat breakfast too." Like Grandma knows.
Right.
Pancakes, bacon, eggs, hash browns
Kids love that
for
shit.
dinner is great.
It's great.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And she filled us up while playing her Pokino at the table too, mind you, smoking her cigarette. And then she like, "Okay, this is what we're gonna do."
Yeah, she would instantly break out a game
what
plan.
we're gonna do.
And she would use salt shakers and the pepper and the ketchup like objects. She was like, "This is what we're gonna do, boys. You two are the condiments. I'm the ketchup. I'm gonna be over here.
I'm gonna make my rounds around the Pokino.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna head straight past those cars over there and go in that arcade."
She was a quarterback.
She pulled out. And Grandma was smart. She knew that these were nickel arcades.
Yeah.
She pulled out a big ass bag of nickels.
It was a bucket.
Oh, that's right. It was a bucket because she was catching.
Yeah.
You could pick up the buckets on the way.
If I had
It was a
known then, I would have questioned her like, where the hell did you get this bucket from?
Man,
Where the hell you pull this from?
after feeling the weight of it, I was like, oh my God, we are
Right.
going to play everything in there.
And Marilyn, she was carrying it with one arm. Yeah. This bucket had to have weighed at least 20 pounds. And she's just like handing it to her. There you go, boys.
Yeah. Oh man, Grandma was wild.
Here's how much fun we had. Okay, we would play arcades and exhaust ourselves to the nine. Where we
Yeah.
would just be like, you know what? I think it's time for us to go to bed. Yeah. We would have to go find our grandmother
Yeah.
because she was still having at it.
Yeah.
Not once did she ever
Yep.
come back and go
And look for us.
No. We
Yeah.
had to go find her.
Yeah.
And then security's like behind us, following like
Constantly,
the hell
like
are these kids going?
Yeah. You guys can't be here. Like, we got that more times than not.
Right.
And we were like, come on, Grandma, let's go.
Yeah.
She's like, I'll be ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We get there about 6. We don't leave until about 2 p.m.
Yeah.
or 2 a.m.
Where did we leave? So we had to go from Whiskey Pete's all the way into Vegas.
Right.
And she had a condo off of Mark Twain and whatever.
Right.
And we would stay there. They had a pool inside the complex.
Flamingo. It was Mark Twain and
And then
Flamingo.
yeah.
Next to the
hilarious.
McDonald's.
And
the
man,
Continental.
It was so much fun as a kid just driving. The way she drove her Chrysler was a very, very uncertain way.
Drove her.
Drove, sorry, was a very uncertain way.
Fuck.
And she was scared the shit out of us more times than not.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to lose our lives in that car.
She was the she would say shit like if you don't drink and drive, then you can't drive reckless. Like dumb shit like that.
Oh,
It's like
geez.
what?
Yeah. We're going to go home. I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
like, Grandma, why you... I really wasn't questioning it the way I should be, now that I think about it.
Right.
But I remember saying, why are you drinking that?
Yeah.
Well, you were kids.
And
Yeah.
we still
Yeah.
ain't even at the place yet.
Right.
So you guys were how old?
At least 13.
Probably not even.
No, it was 13 because it's before her COPD got really bad.
Right.
I think she passed when we were 18.
Maybe somewhere along those
Yeah,
lines.
17
She
or
was so
18.
hardcore. They amputated both of her breasts, and she was still like on the oxygen
Yeah.
by cannula, still
Yeah.
smoking.
Yep.
Wow.
There's not much else they can cut away from me.
I think
boys.
she told Mom, what's the point?
Yeah. What's the point?
I am going out my way.
Yeah, the way I thought, God damn, my grandmother is a gangster.
Good for her.
OG.
Yeah.
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 She picked her life and she lived that shit. I would have to believe she led her life the way she wanted to live it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And if she was still alive today, she'd be like, that's how I would live my life, like what you boys are doing now.
Right.
Do whatever the fuck it is you want.
want.
It's short,
Yep.
grab it by the balls,
Right.
and handle it
Yeah.
with care.
Yeah.
And do it and then talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's where we get a lot of our get out there, do it, talk about that shit later.
Right.
There's no time to sit and talk about, I want to do this. Yeah, that's not, it's not helping you.
Right. Especially when tomorrow's not guaranteed.
Yeah. You got to put the fear aside and just get out there and just jump after it. If it fails, oh well, pull your pants up.
Yeah.
Try her again there, little rooster.
But if you're putting 100% behind anything you do in life,
It's going to be successful.
it's going to be successful.
That with the
It's
proper
kind of hard to not see it through unless it's just absolute garbage you're doing.
Right.
So there's only one thing, and I always say this, that you shouldn't put 100% behind if you don't want it to succeed.
What's that?
Death.
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, definitely.
Avoid that at all costs.
At all
costs.
costs.
Yeah.
Anything outside of that, if you put 100% behind it,
Right.
Right.
you will succeed.
Yep.
And what amount of time is up to the universe?
Right. That you get to advance toward that.
Right.
It takes the mindset though too. It takes the proper positive mindset
Yes.
and just the thought.
Yeah. Yep.
Seed that shit, water that shit, grow that shit.
It's funny though, because people have come to know us that when we say something that
we
we're,
do it.
we're
We
going
do
to
it.
do.
We're kind of known for that.
Yeah, because we were having a conversation with Trayvon.
Here's the thing, goddamn.
Oh no.
If you want to do it, you just got to do it. No more excuses. Grab life by Trump would say, you might want to get some monkeys. And just get out there and do it.
Strongly agree, boo-boo.
Yeah, you just got to.
The rest is all talk. Are you just full of talk or are you a doer? I like doers.
I was ready to go out there and score a touchdown for this dude right
Right?
now. I
Yeah.
mean, you.
Well, go on.
You are a coach. The coach.
We live that shit. Breathe it.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
The coach. You were saying about Trayvon now.
Yeah, go on. I'm sorry. I just had to get that out there because I feel like a lot of people are just sitting on their couch going, I wish I could do things like
Oh,
that.
no,
Yeah.
for sure. For
Mental fucking
Yeah.
mind fucks is what I call them.
Yeah.
You're just mind fucking yourself.
There is a lot of people. There's a lot of people who say, I wish I could do this. I wish I could do that.
Jesus,
well, I
boo-boo.
can't do this and I can't do that. No, you
can.
can. You
Yeah.
can.
Yeah.
You're telling yourself that
you
you
can't.
can't. And that's why you never will.
Right.
Right.
Because you are constantly telling yourself you can't.
But where does that self-doubt come from, Marilyn? There has to be a
Wait,
deeper
well, she was
meaning.
about to say something.
Scared. Oh, the Trayvon story.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to lead all.
It's gonna lead to that.
Oh,
It's
okay.
going to be all.
Where
the
does it
same
come
thing.
from? Go, as you were, Marilyn, where does it come from? Tell me.
Fear.
God damn, boo boo.
Fear
Down, boy.
of not being successful in what you want.
But who's telling people this?
Society.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Media.
Shit, maybe not even society. Maybe it's just yourself is more than enough.
Yeah. Yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't want to let yourself down. You don't want to let family down. You don't want to lose. You don't want to be a loser.
Yeah.
It's just so many things that people are afraid. There are so many things that people don't push and don't strive to do better. And it's usually stems from fear.
Yeah.
The fear of the unknown is a huge one too.
That's just the biggest one, I think.
Yeah, the
Yeah, it
unknown.
is.
And
Yep.
as easy as it comes for us, I could understand someone that's having a hard time with that. That is
Yeah.
something that I think a lot of people deal with.
Yep.
I'm not trying to make light of it, but at the same
Right.
time, I'm trying to encourage the fact that I'll stick my foot up your ass to get it done.
Yeah, just
If
go out
that's
there
what
and get it
takes.
done.
And that's physicality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going back to the Trayvon thing. So we were talking to Trayvon, telling him we were going to get back into dirt bikes. We were going to go to the dealership just to look at a bike. And Trayvon goes to us, no way. I know you guys.
Right.
The minute you talk about something,
Mm-hmm.
and if there's something there
Mm-hmm.
that makes sense, it's like, y'all going to come back with a bike.
Right.
He called it.
And he did.
He was like, "Look, I told y'all can't be
And
going
he
nowhere."
did.
But that's the mindset, though. Once you have here's what I've come to learn about us. Once the mindset has been established,
Yeah.
you can't turn it off.
No.
You don't. You can't like
Yeah.
go back to your scared self and be
Right.
like, "Well, what was I thinking for being
Right.
so goddamn brash and brave and bold?"
But you can't stop us from manifesting an idea too. If you're
Right.
on the tracks and you're thinking you're going to stop us, you
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
better get off the tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's definitely fear.
Right.
Like you had said the other day about me hopping on the dirt bike. You can't tell Meryl no, because there is no sense of fear. And I
Right.
think that's what it is. I think for all three of us, we don't really have that sense of fear. There is that sense of respect.
There's that healthy
the
fear.
healthy fear.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we will push to see that our goals are done and come to fruition.
It's almost like our family keeps daring itself. I dare you.
Right.
Right.
I dare you to do it.
If you took life that way and you
Yeah.
just constantly dared yourself, start with something small. You know,
Yeah.
I dare you to go out and say hi to 5 people today that you just don't know.
Or put on 10 pounds of muscle
Yeah.
within a month, or lose 30 pounds of weight within 2 months.
Because here's the thing: you're not guaranteed. Like we just said, you're not guaranteed the time. So if you're not
Right.
going to ever do it, then don't do it, and then have that life of regret. But just if it fails, it fails. Oh well. But
Yeah.
at least you've done something that challenged sitting on the couch and just going
Right.
self-defeat.
Yeah.
The last thing I want to have is because we're all playing a masterful game of life,
Right.
by still being alive.
Yeah.
So because we're masterful at it, it's a good chance we could see, a long life. And
Yeah. Barring the unforeseen
Right.
of just
the last thing, because those odds are highly with us, I believe, I don't want to sit in my rocking chair next to Mad Daryl and going, fuck, we should have did that.
Right.
Right.
You know? Or why didn't we? Because life is going to look so much more different.
20, 25 years from now.
You know? We're going to be like, we had the youth even then. Why didn't we just attempt it or just visit somewhere, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'm glad we don't have any of those things pending.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad we're not in that rut where we just don't experience anything. We just work, save money, and work and save more money.
Right.
You know?
You're just happy with the rinse and repeat.
Rinse and repeat. And there's so many people out there that's happy with rinse and repeat.
It's the majority, because if it weren't the majority,
It is the majority.
it would be a different civilization.
Yeah.
It would be.
If everybody was out there fucking chasing their dreams to the nine,
Can
it'd
you
be
imagine?
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah.
There'd be like people flying goddamn fish.
Yeah.
Riding around on a shark because I developed wings through,
Yeah.
you know, whatever wacky ass idea or dream that person has, and they saw it through, the world would look different.
Yep.
Right.
Because there'd be so much more out there, a colorful world of people's dreams and what the people, everybody would be fucking happy, number one.
Right.
Yeah. Just take that little wish, that one little wish. I wish I could do this or whatever. Just take that one little step towards making that happen. And, you know, and just work on it. Like the podcast when you guys were talking to the Barbers United, and I think it was Drove that wanted to open up his own shop. And you guys were like, just take that one step, like, you know, purchase one thing.
One thing.
And that's actually what we did for the studio and for the podcast.
Right.
We literally printed out every single item that we would need for the podcast.
And just start with that.
And every time we purchased one thing, we would cross it off the list.
Right.
Yeah, he already had
Yeah.
the idea. That it was the business was open. Once you spark the idea,
Yeah.
now you just have to work toward it.
And just on that ride was fun. Like saving and building.
It's a
and
good journey.
The anticipation of putting yourself out into the public and is it a right thing? How are we going to do it?
Yep.
And we're still learning as we go, which is the best part when you start something. You get to watch yourself grow.
And the biggest part of the whole podcast wasn't finally getting the podcast out or having the 800 subscribers and stuff. For me, it was when I was able to cross the last item on the list.
Right.
That right there was the biggest of all of them.
And people have said that they would come in here and they would go, this is like a great setup. I could tell you guys took the time to really do this thing how you wanted it.
Right.
And to them, a lot of them say, shit, it seems like you've already made it. You know, like
and then we're always
the rest is just bonus.
And then we're always trying to push people into starting their own. You create one now.
A lot of people say like what others would say, oh, I don't have anything to talk about. I'm not that interesting. I'm like, the fact that you saying that right now, I would create a podcast on just that. Why people don't think that they're, you know.
I look at podcasts like meeting a new family and seeing what their issues are and what they talk about, or meeting someone you never really truly physically met, and you get to walk in on their lives to see that their life isn't too far different from yours, you know, and to being able to connect with people. This is when technology is working at its best.
Yeah. Well, it's always, technology is not the problem. It's the goddamn human element.
Yeah.
Humans take technology and turn it for the worse.
Right. We pretty much take everything and
put it for the worst. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's part of our damn
I hate
species.
saying it, but it's true.
It's true.
Yeah.
And I always think too, like, I mean, it'll go off subject a little, but it's always it's a weird design that the majority of people that have most of the money in society is not like us. They don't have the mindset as like disperse all that shit amongst the people.
It's greed.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Why are the uppers?
It's
like,
almost like
greedy.
It's almost like this system and the way this world operate is hell bent on sheer negativity, murder, death, kill, and that's it.
And the almighty dollar.
Right? That trumps more things in life than I don't know what. It trumps everything.
Yeah.
We if we sat here and we were just discussing, let's just say, conservative news all day, I bet our channel would grow faster from that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well, I mean, that's proof in the pudding.
Yeah.
You know, we're
Yeah.
not doing that. So we're not going to be trending on the hottest negative topics.
Right.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know?
Well, and then going back to Lamar's comment where the wealthy, how come, they're not doing more good, right? And
And I'm not saying all, but the majority of them.
right, the majority of them. Well, here, like, I necessarily don't agree with that comment because I don't know if it's the majority of them aren't doing it. I think it's what we see out there is the ones who aren't doing it. And I think the ones who are doing it
they
aren't
get no
being
light.
right.
Right.
And
I
so
agree with that.
we could potentially have the majority of them are doing good,
Right.
but the only thing that you see is those
Right.
negative.
And this is why I don't
but
pay attention to the
I
media.
don't, but you still got that goddamn petrodollar,
Right. Yeah.
those like the tycoons, the bankers, they could be doing a whole lot more.
Right, but you still have some who are doing a whole lot
Right.
of good. There is a lot of people.
There's some
out there
healthy-
still doing
I'm
a
sure
lot.
there are,
Yeah.
but as far as like the heavyweights though, like mortgage rates could come down to 3%, where people can afford homes, and gas could come down to $1. Like they control that is what
Right.
I'm talking about, the higher upper echelon.
Right.
I'm sure
Yeah.
there's the smaller ones like given to charities and getting people on their feet and those, but they don't come nowhere near as, ranking as like the petrodollar, the government.
Right.
Because those are the ones that can honestly make the real change by implementing all these changes.
But then society also, I think, has to do a lot.
Yeah.
Like we as a society.
I keep
need to,
saying it's not those in charge, it's the
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, but the people are acting this way because sometimes the people in charge are influencing these because they're fed up. You
Right.
know?
Yeah.
People in America, I would like to think most Americans love America. They just hate the way it's ran.
It's ran.
Right.
Period. So we, the people, need to stop.
Yeah.
Just stop.
Yeah. Yeah. If everybody just stopped the bullshit and stopped letting like
You see what the writers did?
yeah, they just stopped.
The writers didn't go
And-
back
and the
until
actors. Yeah.
Yeah.
that's proof that people can make a change.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people though.
The UAW and these car plants that are on strike right now.
How crazy! All of a sudden, like all
these little
all these
uprisings.
yeah,
strikes.
all these businesses.
Right.
Kaiser.
Kaiser.
Yeah, Kaiser.
And then I just saw something in Vegas, something in Vegas. They're striking too. I'm like,
Yeah.
what? It's the era of
And then there was a
strikes.
small bit, I think a fast food company where the people wanted $25 an hour versus I think it was 17.
Yeah.
And it was only fair. Like I just saw that. I forget what it was.
And ever since that song came out, I've been noticing a lot of things that I forgot the guy's name, but he's a YouTuber, and it was like the rich men north of Richmond. You know that he does a lot of twang. I forgot the guy's name, but he has that song out right now. You might be able to Google it. It's the rich men north of Richmond. And it went super viral, but he was talking about how all these politicians and all these upper echelon people, how they screw over the people, and we the
Right.
people just take it so willingly.
Yeah.
We're letting it happen.
Yeah.
Like no one's willing to step up and stop it.
We're willing to stay asleep.
Yeah,
Richmond north of Richland.
of Richmond.
Oh,
Yeah, where all the politicians are. Like in
You know
Washington.
that Charlie Chaplin speech? Is it called The Speech?
The speech,
the speech. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, that really summed it up.
and that was
man.
like what, the 50s maybe.
No, that's like the
40s?
40s. Yeah.
And they were talking about it then.
Then, yeah.
People were awake then, knew it was going to be this tyrannical, just nightmare of a
Right.
system.
Right. And to me, the enlightened people ain't these woke people that is going on trending. That's not the enlightened people. I don't know what the woke society is.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what any of these damn societies are. Any of them.
Yeah.
They're just that, man.
Yeah. Any organization that just has
people's opinions that have just gone rogue.
And they're just making up things as they go.
Yeah.
You know?
It's not how it works. Yeah. I don't know. Marilyn's over there. She's really searching for that.
She'll find. That's why.
Yeah, I am.
That's why I say you put it in post, girl.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just
That's
like,
your post content.
yeah. Talk amongst yourselves.
Get over
She
there
said,
and
talk amongst
get in the hall.
I am, after all, the editor. I'm not even supposed to be on the podcast.
No.
Yeah.
But since you make yourself readily available, I can't help but to notice one over there.
It's been nice having you in the studio.
Yeah.
I do feel like you bring us in and out of
Your craziness.
the tomfoolery.
You know what it is, though?
What is it?
It's that DMV voice.
Yeah, it's soothing.
Yeah, it brings you guys back down.
You go, what? Huh? What?
It calms you down.
Oh, yeah.
They did the right thing to DMV. They know
Right?
psychology.
Yeah.
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 If just to go back to the DMV, if I was the owner of a DMV, I would set the mood inside the DMV. I'd make it a damn rainforest.
Yeah, something to look at. Yeah.
I'd make the chairs tree stumps and hire fucking Circus Olay or Circus something
to go around and
to
entertain.
go around and just
a juggler.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just do things.
You know what I would put in there?
Huh?
Monkeys.
No. Damn, that'd be crazy.
Massage tables
Oh.
or chairs,
Chairs.
like
Yeah.
massage chairs.
Yeah.
It just had people there.
Make them
massage.
cheap. Make them like
Yeah.
$4.
Oh no! It would be free.
Or,
yeah.
or-
You talking
and
about a
on top of that,
DMV utopia?
Yes.
on top of that, you could get the misters and the vents, right? In the back, you could have a guy with a barrel that's full of some of the best marijuana ever. And you push it through the vents, and everybody's just like high, except for the people in the bubble because they're like blocked off from it. They have to work. And the whole place is just mellow and chilled. And
Oh, it is legal in
people getting
California.
massages
Yeah.
and people are just high. And
Yeah.
you got clowns juggling.
Yeah.
And it'd be great.
The best DMV
Ever.
And I will hire the absolute best food trucks at the entrance of a DMV. So
Right.
when you come out
Yeah.
from your adventure of handling the most finest of finest paperwork,
Yep.
there's a taco truck in your face
Yeah.
as you're coming
It'd be
down.
like one of those 1940 signs too. The best DMV in the world. And it'll have like neon lights.
Yeah.
You got this
Yeah.
guy juggling. Ooh. And then you got Maryland A, B32.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or, checking out people's aura and, aura orange blue
Yeah.
can come to cloud number
Right.
16.
Could only imagine that
Yeah.
nightmare. I don't know.
I
think-
I should just go into voiceover work. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good.
You probably
Yeah.
do great at it.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be the most ultimate DMV? And if I owned a DMV and this was the case, guys, I'd hire myself and my friend here to do the music.
Right.
We're gonna
score
sco-
that roller coaster.
Yeah.
We're gonna give me 3 tabs of acid and a bag of mushrooms. I'll get you there.
We're gonna score your whole DMV experience.
Seems like there's going to be a lot of monkey business
A
going
lot
around.
of monkey business.
And you could buy the soundtrack on your way out.
Yeah.
Personally for you.
There you go.
And speaking of monkeys, as we get ready to wrap this up, Seraphine is at work. We got to show a picture of the live cast.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She took the live cast of my face and finished mine first.
Yeah, she did mine too.
The greatest
She did mine,
DMV in the world.
Come, lose your mind.
Oh man.
It's a jungle in there.
It's a jungle in here with you two.
Follow the yellow brick road over there. What if we had an Italian guy that greeted?
Step right up.
Oh, here we go. I just.
You want to learn how to drive? Well, step right up. It's the best DMV in the world.
Yeah, and smoke.
Like the channel.
How come we don't? How come we do not do this? We talk all this stuff on this podcast.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But when we get around our normal friends and family,
Yes.
we don't talk none of this stuff.
Because we don't have friends.
We don't remotely dive into this.
Like the channel again.
I see where you're going
Subscribe.
there.
Ring the bell.
No more questions for you.
Oh, here we go. And
The Patreon is up.
yes.
Thank you to all the Patreon
And
members.
his ding donging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his what?
Your ding dong. Here, little.
Oh,
Yeah.
We're on the Instagram.
Yes.
We're
sir.
on the TikToks.
Yep.
we're on the TikToks.
He's on the TikTok.
The TikToks.
Go to Romper Room
Vroom.
Yes, the Vrampa, the Vroom.
and let's watch Marilyn come along on these raps.
Burp, burp.
Yeah.
Yeah. Took her out for a spin today.
Gave her some more pointers today. You guys are going to like that channel. Just go over there and just
You're going to be romping in no time,
subscribe
girl.
on it. Yeah.
Yeah. Today was a good day.
Today was a really good day. A little chilly, but we managed to get it done.
Yep.
Get it done. Get it do. We managed to
Get her done.
Done did it. The deeds.
Let's get to getting where we ain't.
Peace.
Peace.